By the time he made his debut in public life in 1420, i.e. his first battle, Gilles was ready.
Man, Nepo babies suck now, dude. They don't have any skills.
No,
That's
they don't.
fucking cool. I would respect a lot more like kids, like trust fund kids, if they came out of it with full warfare, like medieval level training.
They knew how to use an
Nepo
axe.
babies have the ability to make us think that they are victims of being rich.
Yeah, I know, and that's
Which is
the
my
best-
favorite
that's the greatest
twist that I've
power
seen
of
so
all,
far.
Yeah, that's a good twist, but I would also like them to use axes. But not on me
No.
or on anybody innocent.
I know, well, except at the same time, I like the news story. Whatever they do, I will read it and go, whoa. Like,
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
but no, it'd be bad, yeah.
Absolutely. So he's 14 years old at this time.
He's in his early to mid-teens, somewhere around there. Yeah, I mean, he's about 13, 14.
Show me the titty.
Yeah. I mean, I was thinking Heath Ledger, A Knight's Tale.
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm a nut, and everybody thinks I'm handsome. Right? Was he British in that?
Actually, I
We just
think
got written up in Men's Health, and they said that you were a comedian. If a comedy podcaster was made in a lab? They said that was you, and I agree with them 100%.
I'm pretty certain the article was written by a bot.
No,
Yeah,
I think it was
written by
I think
robots.
so, because it seems like it was like a list of podcasts that were popular like 5 years ago.
That's still
nonetheless. But I agree with that, and you're coming in today.
Show me the titty. Yeah. Show me the titty.
All right,
I
it
just keep
holds up.
saying it.
AI has not been wrong yet. It's not wrong now.
Not at all.
Hey,
Not at
it
all.
worked for Adam Sandler.
Well, Gilles participated in a successful campaign to resolve an unknown yet probably meaningless dispute between two noble families that resulted in the deaths of dozens, if not hundreds of people. Gilles then, of course, returned to his castle to revel in decadence.
Cool.
And this was actually somewhat of a normal pattern for French nobles. You'd go out, you'd kill a bunch of people, you'd probably fuck up your own peasants for a little bit.
Okay.
You'd let the other army fuck up your peasants a little bit. You'd kill dozens upon dozens of people. Then you'd go back to your castle and eat goose neck for the next 6 days.
I feel like all of it feels like stressful.
It's very stressful.
Even the big meals seem kind of stressful, and I like a big meal, but it's like,
Why?
partially it's like everybody's there.
Yeah, it's like,
because,
here's a bowl of sparrow's feet.
but I would eat that, but I kind of want to be alone. And like at that point, I'm tired, I'm burnt out.
Yeah.
Like, because that's
But
what I
now-
do at the end of touring and stuff. I'll just like a Night Horse comes out. I'll order like $90 worth of Chinese food for myself.
Did you say a night horse?
Yeah, Night Horse is when the food comes at night, when I change into a man that needs different than the healthy man that was during the day.
I
You
get you.
self-describe as Night Horse when you're hungry after 10 p.m.?
Well, this has already come up. We've talked about this.
Remember that.
I don't remember night horse at all.
I don't remember Night Horse.
It comes upon me, and but I want to be alone because it's still with these meals. You still got to entertain.
Yeah.
I just got done killing everybody. I'm out of juice because we did a whole like group thump on a bunch of pilgrims, and now what am I supposed to do? Now I got to eat in front of all y'all while the jester. I got to maintain the jester.
Yeah.
Because if he's not funny, I got to kill him.
Yeah.
You know how difficult it is then to find another one.
Yeah.
But when you go home and you eat, and yes, because I completely understand, but you want the TV on. You want Guys Grocery Games, you want Triple D.
But I don't want to entertain.
Yeah, but there was no Netflix, there was no TV.
Yeah.
You have to do it live theater and chill.
I know.
So
There's tapestries.
you eat food shows while you eat.
Yeah, of course. It's like watching porn while you fuck. Yeah, sometimes it really does. It helps you get re-hungry for the food.
Interesting.
You
don't do that?
No, I don't watch cooking shows. They're boring as fuck.
You got to watch a cooking show, and then what I do is, sadly, is that this is really true. It's like I'll get a food that obviously resembles nothing of like the fancy, cool food that they're eating.
Yeah.
I eat like a bowl of cereal, but in my mind, I kind of pretend that it's the food that they're eating.
You don't watch Triple D?
No.
It's just
We're all different.
We are all
We're all
different.
different in our own way.
We are all different.
You know Italy's a boot. I'm a comedy podcaster made in a lab.
I know, and he doesn't watch
And
fucking
I've
Triple D.
got a brain full of craggy rocks.
How much Guy Fieri have you watched in your life, do you think? Hours?
Maybe 10 minutes.
Interesting. Wow. And he can still consort with you.
It's amazing.
Yeah, I know him as a character, but that's it.
Oh, he's a little bit more than that.
He is. He's a man. He's a man. He's a
Producer.
father.
No, that's what I mean.
He's
I mean,
a volunteer. He's a chef. He's a restaurateur. He's a business owner.
Thank you, Henry. Absolutely.
Soon to be president.
I have nothing.
I'll take him.
I have nothing against him at all. I appreciated when he followed Rage Against the Machine on tour for like 6 weeks.
Oh,
I
he's so
appreciated
fun.
that. That
He's
was
anti-establishment.
fun. He is.
Until he becomes the establishment, and then we'll see what happens when the long arm of Guy Fieri comes for us all.
You would have to do something real bad for me not to defend him.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Well,
What's real bad?
Catering Epstein Island. I'm Guy Fieri, and I'm rolling out to America's places where people have sex with young people.
I'm glad that we let it roll out.
I'm glad too, yeah.
It was good.
Well, pretty soon after Gilles' first battle, his grandfather, Jean de Craon, decided it was time for Gilles to get married.
Oh, yay! Good for him.
Okay.
Now, the question of Gilles de Rais' sexuality has been the subject of much controversy throughout the years. We definitely know that Gilles was not heterosexual because it was said multiple times that Gilles had no interest in women whatsoever. In fact, some of the conspiracies that have sprung up around his conviction for hundreds of child murders and his subsequent death, they assert that he was framed and killed because he was gay.
Well, one of the reasons why he was framed.
One of the reasons. I personally do not believe this to be true, nor do I believe that Gilles de Rais was gay. Gilles de Rais was a pedophile, full stop, and was only sexually attracted to children. Didn't matter, both sexes. To go from 1 to 100 here, his servant said that the main difference in how he treated boys and girls was that he took more pleasure in having sex with the neck stump of girls he decapitated than he did in, quote, using their natural orifice in the normal manner. While boys, he just did whatever.
Yeah.
So
he was a man of different tastes and different flavors. Mm-hmm. We're all made of multitudes.
yeah, I guess
it's a spectrum. Love's a spectrum.
Love's a spectrum.
This house chooses love.
This house chooses love indeed. He's kind of got Gary Glitter tendencies.
Far worse.
But far worse. So
but
Gary can feel good about that.
He really can. Let me call him.
Yeah. So suffice to say, Gilles de Rais' marriage was not what you'd call successful. See, if a woman marrying in medieval times had the best of luck, she'd have a husband who was at the very least kind, and they might have something that resembled love eventually, like the Starks.
Security grows into love.
Yes.
Doesn't it?
Does
that
it
is
not?
why I keep you safe from the pillaging hordes, Carmelita. Sweet Carmelita. Now, you haven't born me a son? Unfortunately, I'm going to have to cut your tits off.
Oh, no.
Yes, but I'm one of the nice ones.
Yeah, so nice is probably just they don't get killed.
Yeah. They don't get, nice is like, they are
There's
cordial.
some love back in the day. I feel like there was
Sometimes.
some. Who knows?
Every once in a while.
I would hope so.
Yeah, Ned and Caitlin Stark, they were fond of each other.
They were fake, but
Yeah,
Yeah.
They must have had love back then, too.
Yeah.
of course.
They were, I would say, a fondness.
Okay.
But for others, they were matched with men like Gilles de Rais. In this case, we have Catherine de Thuers.
Perfect.
And even though she was a distant cousin of Gilles, which violated the church's laws on consanguinity, her family estates bordered the lands owned by Jean de Craon.
Wait, they used to call bro sis love consanguinity?
Yeah, they made it sound fancy, but yeah, that's just that's them cousins. That's them kissing cousins.
Yeah, that's cousins marrying each other as consanguinity.
Yeah, but it was against all the rules. Why for a long time their marriage was shunned, because it shows more. That's why, like, as we keep building the case for whether or not the crimes of Gilles de Rais were real, it's more about, like, where does the man come from? What are other signs that show the depravity of the dude?
Yeah.
Everybody said our crew is against cousins fucking. Like, we don't like it. Other royal families do it. Whatever with them, again, good for them, whatever they like.
Right.
But we don't do it. And they had many options. He was an extremely, like, the potentiality of his kingdom was massive. He could have gotten anybody. And the fact that he wanted to keep it in the family was an immediate showing of, like, oh, this is like a deviancy that's starting to grow from early on.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Well, there's also a practical side to it as well, because Jean de Crayon's lands bordered the lands of Catherine de Thuers, so a match with his grandson, it was too good to pass up.
Yeah, I did cousin marriage in Crusader Kings. You have to.
You have to. And so, in November of 1420, when Gilles was in his early teens, he rode to the castle Tiffauges and kidnapped Catherine de Thuers. He then terrorized them. I'm doing the best I fucking can.
No,
man.
you're doing great.
I'm doing the best
really
I can. Yeah.
As soon as I heard that, I just wish men were more romantic like they used to be. Like, you're mine now.